Okay, good morning. Welcome to
FamilyMath148.
Math number 148. Today we are going to talk about primes and especially something called prime gaps. And I mean two different things by that. Okay? And we'll get to that in a second. But first I want to just talk about what prime numbers are.
Well, they're numbers that are only divisible by the number itself and one.
And 1. Okay, good job. Is 1 prime?
No, by definition.
No,
it's not.
by definition we say 1 is not prime.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's write down maybe the first, 10 or so prime numbers. So you do the first 5.
2, 3, 5.
2, 3, 5.
7.
7.
11.
11. All right. Do you think you could do the next
I
5?
think there's 13,
13.
17,
17.
23.
Oh, you skipped 1.
I did.
Yeah.
19,
19.
23,
23.
and 27. No, 27's not prime.
No, 27 is not prime because it's divisible by what?
It's 3.
3.
Then 29.
29. Okay. That's probably enough. So, the two things I mean by prime gaps are the distance in between successive primes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for example, we start off here with a distance of 1.
And then,
By the way, is 1 ever going to happen again? Let your brother answer this. Is
Well-
1 ever going to happen again? We're going to have 2 primes that are 1 apart?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Well, because this is the smallest group of primes you can have.
That is the smallest group of primes. There's another reason.
Well, this is the even prime.
Yeah. What does that mean?
There's only one even prime, and the distance between the minimum distance between odd primes is 2.
High five. Good job. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah.
All right. Now here we have the distance between prime 2 and then 2 again.
Yeah.
Now 4, 4, 4, then 2, I'll write it down there, then 4, and then, 6. Interesting. So there's 2 questions about these gaps in the primes. One question is, and this remains still unsolved, are there infinitely many primes whose gaps are, say, 2?
Well, there's actually an infinite number of primes.
There are an infinite number of primes. Maybe we'll give that proof in the next video.
Yep.
Okay, when this is FamilyMath148a. So the next video we'll show why there's an infinite number of primes.
Yeah.
And you're right about that. There are an infinite number of primes. This distance of 2, are there infinitely many primes whose distance is 2, is a very interesting question. And progress on that question was made for the first time really ever last year.
Wow.
And by a mathematician by the last name of Zhang at New Hampshire, who proved that there are infinitely many primes whose gap is at most 70 million.
Whoa.
Whoa. Now 70 million seems like a big number, right?
Yeah.
But it's a lot lower than infinity. Nobody knew anything about it before.
No.
Okay. And then the other question that's really interesting about prime gaps, which we do know the answer to, is how big can this get? So here we see the largest gap was 6.
Yeah.
But could it ever get to 8 or 10 or, a million?
Well, you just told us it can get to 70 million.
Well, it's a different question. They found that there were infinitely many primes whose gap between them was at least at most 70 million.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean for sure it's 70 million. In fact, since then it's been lowered to 600. Ooh. But how big can this gap get? We'll talk about that. And that was a question actually that James Stanton posed on Twitter earlier this week, which made me think that this would be a fun thing to talk about.
Yeah.
All right. Ready to prove there are infinitely many primes?
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right, let's do it.